Okay, so welcome back to day 7. Today is a super exciting day because for the last 6 days, I've been choosing the cultures, I've been choosing the food. But you see, today via Instagram poll, we're doing this video together. All throughout the day, I'll be asking you guys questions via Instagram poll, which both excites me, scares me, and is incredibly invigorating. Okay, so just past 10 a.m. brunch time. Okay, so first question, just to kind of get a gauge on where I can go, what I'm going to actually be like transporting around today. Do I ride my bike or take the subway? Okay, so just about 5 minutes later, and bike has won 62 to 38. So as I'm standing here just looking like 2 Chainz with my massive bike chain on here, the second question is, do I ride uptown 10 minutes or downtown 10 minutes? Okay, so downtown has won, and that's pretty cool because I haven't actually been downtown for this challenge yet. So put 10 minutes on the clock, let's see where we get to. I'm going the wrong way. I have never been here before. Wow, I am so lost right now. You see, normally I spend my time in kind of like the lower-ish, like east part of Manhattan. In this area, it's called the Financial District, and it's literally on the water. Like, it's the lowest point that you can go to. So I don't normally come here. However, there's supposedly amazing street food around here. So I think it's time for another poll. Okay, so Indian food has come on top, 55 to 45, so it looks like I'm eating there. How's it going, man? Okay, so I chose your cart randomly. So is there something that you would recommend that's like the best thing you would say?
Biryani is light and nice.
Okay.
Especially in this heat.
Thank you. And thanks for your suggestion as well. Something that I absolutely love about New York City is I had no intention to come to this exact part. Like I just said, downtown, uptown. You guys chose downtown and I rode just 10 minutes straight downtown. And I found this place, a place that has pretty much every type of street food imaginable. Now in terms of the food, you guys chose Indian and I had the chef choose my meal. And I went with the chicken biryani. Biryani is basically spicy rice. For example, some of the spices include pepper cloves, cardamom, cinnamon, bay leaves, coriander, mint leaves, ginger, and of course garlic. I've never eaten at this street vendor before, but I think I got lucky because Google gives it a 5-star rating and Yelp gives it a 4.5. Oh yeah. You know a good biryani when the spices just immerse your mouth. You taste the pepper, you taste the mint. Also, something that I haven't really seen on biryani before are those fried onions. It adds for almost like a crispy, like fried taste, which is amazing when you factor in spicy, rich, and then on top of that, a fried taste. One of my favorite things at eating biryani is the egg. Yum. The egg almost adds like not necessarily a base like with bread, but almost like a layer, making for an increased rich flavor. Standing here, I think it's freaking awesome that you guys got me here. The chef chose my meal and it turned out to be actually really good. Okay, so about 3 hours later, and I've basically just been walking around. You see, like I said before, I don't really spend that much time in this area, but it's turned out to be a pretty cool and interesting place to discover. Now, in terms of lunch now, I was thinking, should we stay in Manhattan or should we go maybe to Brooklyn? Don't usually go to Brooklyn too often, and I would like to kind of continue the theme of discovery, but we'll see what you guys have to say. Ladies and gentlemen, Brooklyn has absolutely destroyed Manhattan. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely crazy. Like I said, I don't come a lot to Brooklyn, which means I haven't been to one of the most popular like street food fairs called Smorgasbord. And seriously, this thing is massive. Like when you look around, there's literally every cuisine here. And oh my gosh, if you guys could just smell what it smells like here. I've been walking around here for almost 20 minutes and I'm absolutely overwhelmed by all the choices here. But how I'm going to decide the food I'm gonna eat or what you guys choose is I'm gonna pick 2 street foods that I haven't had before on this challenge. So I'm gonna verse Colombian against Japanese food. Okay, Japanese food has come out on top 60 to 40, so I'm going to this place here to have some squid. Hello. I'll just take the squid.
Okay, $14.
Yeah. Is it good?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes, thank you.
Cool, thank you. So welcome to the Smorgasburg eating area, which probably is the best view that I've had in my eating area during this entire challenge. And the Japanese food I went with was a little bit of a specialty Japanese food, a barbecued squid. It looks to have a perfect char and a topping of Japanese barbecue sauce. If you guys remember in the 3rd day, I went to a Chinese squid barbecue guy, and I wasn't necessarily a fan of the squid there. But this squid looks to be completely different. I've never had Japanese squid before in this form, so let's give it a try. Oh, yum. Now this has a very surprising texture to it. I thought that the squid was going to be a little bit hard, a little bit chewy. This seems like it's been worked on quite a bit to be smooth, soft, and succulent. And literally around the entire squid is a perfect barbecue. And also the Japanese barbecue sauce is more of like a sweet sweeter barbecue sauce than normal. And something that I am happy about in this video is I would have never eaten this squid if it weren't for you guys. This day just keeps on getting more interesting. Okay, so after the biryani and squid, I took a long break of about 4 hours. And it's about 10 o'clock right now. And in New York, street food, with the exception of Korean and Chinese, close a little bit early. So seeing that I'm in Chinatown, I'm versing Chinese food, and also Korean food is an option, however, it's way uptown. So please, 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 please choose Chinese food. Not that I don't love Korean street food. I do. I love Korean street food. As I'm walking around Chinatown right now, it's my pleasure to say that Chinese food is won 54 to 46. And there's not necessarily an in particular street vendor that I'm gonna go to. I'm just gonna find one on the street and just go. At night, they kind of all take on a very similar flavor in Chinatown. Thank you. Really, nothing hits the spot better at 11 p.m. than Chinese street food noodles. This is the stir-fried ramen, which comes with ramen noodles, vegetables, and pork. For me, this type of food, it's all about the late night aspect. It's not necessarily the culinary expertise of it, but it's more so the comfort. It's more so the feeling that you get from it. That warm, like, homey feel. So I am so excited and ready to dive into this. Few things I love more than this. Now, I don't say this a lot, but I absolutely love the grease on this. Late night, you strive for flavors that are more simple. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just not complex. And these noodles are just that. They're lightly sauteed, they're combined with soy sauce, and with the meat, it makes for just such a comfort feeling. Yum. And also the combination of the noodles and sauce, it's simple, but it's also quite bold. The saltiness of the soy sauce is bold. The sweetness of the oyster sauce is bold. And also, of course, the starchiness of the noodles is amazing. For the last week, I've experienced more culture in New York City than I've ever had before. The warmness and openness from each street vendor was something of an inspiration. And through curiosity of different cultures, I absolutely grew my world. This series was absolutely amazing. However, I think I might have missed a few cultures. So if I missed your culture, be sure to comment below. And also, if you like this video and you want to be a part of the next Instagram Control My Life, be sure to follow me on Instagram. Bye.